Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Wednesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series presented by Secure Lift Boat Lift Restraint Systems. Sin City under the lights. And man, they got a lot of them out there tonight. Not quite as many at the racetrack as there is on the strip. But Las Vegas, baby, that's where we're at. Who is going to win the gamble tonight here? 3 races left in the season. Adam Vinny is still your current points leader. Brian McAvoy, Justin Duran, Derek Bacorn, and Corey Blevins. Your top 5, those 5 drivers, will make that trek to the back after qualifying and try to work their way back through the entire field of 30 trucks here tonight. Practice session coming to a close. That means it is time for qualifying. If you have been with us all week, you know you have seen awesome racing each and every night this week. I expect nothing less here this evening from this bunch. Let's see if we can figure out. There is your defending series champion already rolling it out. Trying to put it on the pole tonight. Heard that about him. Just saying. Good evening, Mr. Bill, Tiny Dancer. And hello, Kenny, over on Twitch. I was reading some stuff on Facebook. Some of the drivers post a link to the show and different things. And last night, this driver right here posted a link, posted some comments at the end of the night. And Mr. Troxel, I don't know if you're watching yet tonight or not, but I read that somehow I have become the dog whisperer. I would like a little explanation to that, but I also, Griff, chill out, dude. Everything's going to be okay, man. It's a dog's life. I heard last night that he was being a little rambunctious, and apparently when they put me on, it calmed him right down, and things got a little better for him. So here's the first time across the line. Forstner, 30.84. Bigelow bumps him down at 30.76. Wow, Corey Blevins second quick on lap number 1. Michael Everett fourth quick. Todd Keir, I'm looking for, Adam Vinny has not rolled out as of this moment, but Travis Scheid up to third. Brad Ebel now quickest in the practice session pre-race. He's fifth quick on time at the moment. Let's go find our buddy Jonathan Scott here. He's another driver that does a lot of pre-race posting and puts the links up for people to watch, and we greatly appreciate it. We know these guys have a lot of fans, and they like to do it. Kevin Spalding bumped immediately. He went to the top and then got dumped by Corey Blevins. Corey Blevins at 30.72. Greg Smith. Bill, you're going to have to refresh my memory. I'm old, and it doesn't take me long to forget. What did I say? Works for me, too. What did I say that works for you as well? Comes Brandon Mackey finishing up. Mackey, 18th quick. Justin Durand, second in your points right now. Chris Gaxel, 30.71. Jumps to the top. McAvoy, second quick. Blevins bumped to third. Wow. Later in the session we go, the faster they're getting. I'm watching for lap 2 because lap 1 was not good for Durand. 26th quick, actually. Next lap around we go. Quick time at 30.67. Justin Durand goes to the top. Bacorn, Vinny, Downing, and Jordan have not qualified. Frank Ranger just finishing up. Frank Ranger, 24th quick. Is lap 30.89 seconds. So a 30.67 for your pole sitter, Justin Durand. Wow. Whispering? Yeah. I don't know. I just read it. They were like, oh, Griff was being wild or whatever. And then we put the race on, and he heard Roger's voice, and he just settled right down. All right. Didn't know I had that effect. It usually makes my dog go crazy when I get home from work and start talking to him. He loses his mind. So it's good to know that I can have that effect on anyone else's dog but my own, I guess. Adam Vinny, late getting out there. I think he just wants the TV time all for himself. But his first time around, we'll see. He hugged the bottom right there. Lap 1. 6th quick. At about 30.741 seconds. Yeah, I think it's kind of funny. Second time around, coming out of turn 4. And Vinny crossed the line. Does he move up? It doesn't look like it. It does not look like it. That last lap slowed it down a little bit. So that's going to do it for qualifying. 27 of our 30 took time. Bacorn, Downing, and Jordan. They're going to go out back Charlie. We're going to get ready to get down here. And have a look at our starting lineup. Remember, we got 5 drivers going to the back. Justin Durand off the pole is one of those drivers. Brian McAvoy is also in that list. He'll be dropping to the back. So inside the first 2 rows going to the back. But Duran, the 30-67 for his pole time. Chris Gaxel, the 7:07 outside that front row. Brian McAvoy, the 79. Corey Blevins, the 24. They are Corey Blevins. Well, 3 of the top 4 are going to the back, and 4 of the top 6 are going to the back because Adam Vinny in 6th is going back there too. That'll leave Greg Smith to the pole. 25 of Kevin Spaulding next to Brock Bigelow, the 27 in row number 4. Row 5, Todd Kleek and Cody Smith, the 45 and 33 inside and out. The 6 of Travis Scheid inside, and the 69 of Mike Forstner on the outside of row number 6. We move a little further back. Michael Everett in the 8 and Reed Rundle. Father Time starting P14. Row 7 fills in like that. Russell Harold in the 19. Harley Barlett in the 81 make up row 8. Jonathan Scott and Todd Keir, the 51 and 88 in row 9. Row 10 is Brad Ebel, the 56. Ethan Lowe, the 71. We'll move back to row number 11 and see the 99 of Brandon Mackey and the 2 of Coy Callis in that row. Ryan Kamba, the 204. Frank Gomez in the 55 in row number 12. Our last 3 rows, Frank Ranger, the 17, Scott Jensen, the 78, and the 13th row, the 14th row, is Frank Chavez, the 23. Derek Baycorn, your last driver to drop to the back, and he's already back there. He drives the 47. Then Don Jordan, the 28, and Travis Downing in the 18 make up our 15th and final row this evening. 30 trucks, 100 times around. Under the lights at Sin City. Drivers trying to get themselves in line. We got a couple guys going all the way to the back. Derek Layton. Oh, my goodness. Is that really a Derek Layton sighting in my – oh, wow. In my chat. Man, I get messages from you every once in a while, but I don't see you in my chat very often. Good to see you, brother. The old man's going for the win, huh? Tiny Dancer thinks that 43 truck of Reed Rundle's going to come from P10 and pick it up here tonight. It would not surprise me one tiny bit. He has had some momentum in this series, but it kind of comes and goes, ebbs and flows a little bit for him. Right now, it's all about Smith and Gaxel as they get ready to roll it into the start zone, and the green flag is in the air. We're underway. Midwest Truck Series presented by Secure Lift Boat Lift Restraint Systems at Las Vegas for round number 10. We'll pile it off into turns 1 and 2. Smith out in front. Spaulding pushing him out there. There's Todd Kleek right behind. So the inside row getting a pretty good run on the start. I see Cody Smith in there. I see Brock Bigelow and Chris Gaxel all in your top 6. That's Mike Forstner in that black truck with the orange trim. He sits in 7th. And caution. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's go back. Let's see. We caught a caution. It's going to say Adam Vinny crashed, but I think he's just a part of it. I don't think he is. Well, we didn't get an official. Here we go. Yellow flag. And we'll watch and see because it's going to happen way in front of. Ooh, that was a 99 of Mackey into the fence. Oh, and then Ethan Lowe. And that right front on Vinny's car. Oh, my. Yeah, let's back that up. I don't know if Mackey and Lowe get together here. We got to back this up because it didn't give me the right driver in the crash. Oh, truck's a little loose, a couple of them. And it's just kind of a chain reaction. And Vinny, I don't know if he even saw the 71. The 2 trucks were piled up in front of him, door to door, and he got the C's parting and the 71 broadside to him. Ouch, ouch, ouch. We'll see how bad it is for driver 64 here in a moment. Hello, Ken Forstner. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, let's get the drone. Oh, yeah, right front fender looks like it's gone off that truck. Right front killed. It looked like a couple 3 trucks got loose, Scott. And if you remember when DSRL raced there 3 or 4 weeks ago, whenever it was, there was a bunch of trucks getting loose on cold tires at this place, and we raced it in the daylight, and it was still pretty sketchy. So till the tires come up to temp, I think you're going to see some loose trucks. Guys, we're going to go dark on the voice for just a moment. I have to fix something real quick, and I'll be right back. All right. I think I got her fixed. I was getting a weird feedback loop. I don't know. I keep touching stuff, and I wish I wouldn't do that. I had to shut it down. I'm not doing that this time. All right, we're getting doubled up. We're getting ready to go back to it. Coming off the first caution. Round lap 2. Happened down in turns 3 and 4. And I'm looking because the 64 truck is still setting on the pit road, and the championship leader coming into the night. 2 laps in the right front destroyed on that truck. He's at least going lap now. He may be terminal. We'll find out here in just a little bit.
Green.
Back in the zone. The green flag is back in the air. First full lap in the books. Smith, Cleek, Smith. Greg Smith, then Cody Smith. Brock Bigelow, Kevin Spaulding, Chris Gaxel slid all the way back to 6th. Forstner still 7th. Rundle is 8th. Barletta, Scheid, 9 and 10 as we got them fanning out all over the place. 6 truck went low looking on Barletta. Couldn't get anything done with it. Barletta's going to make a move on Rundle off the bottom. Exactly right there, Scotty. Brock Bigelow working inside on Todd Cleek. He's got Kevin Spaulding pushing him, but Spaulding in the dirty air could not stay there. That opens the door for Forstner. Forstner climbs through to 5th. Here comes Barletta. Cleek nicked the fence there getting into turn 1. If you forget how far out the right side of your truck is, that fence is there to remind you. Barletta thought about it for a second, trying to make the move on the 69 of Forstner. Couldn't get it done, but up front, Cody Smith going for the lead, trying to take it away from his teammate and brother, Greg Smith, and he gets it done. He'll go out front. Bigelow is still 3rd. Ethan Lowe and Adam Vinny look like they are going to be retirees at least. What it looks like while we got some racing going on. Let's go see if we can grab your current series points leader, Adam Vinny. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man. You sound a little dejected, so I'm just going to assume that looks like the damage is probably terminal.
I can go on in about 3 minutes, but my race is done. I'm already 6 laps down. Yeah, just 3 straight weeks of trash. I don't know exactly what happened, but all of a sudden, poof, he was there, rolled down the track. I had McAvoy ahead of me, so I couldn't see nothing ahead of me until he swerved at the last minute, and all I saw was blue trucks. So unfortunate, looks like not my season.
Yeah, I kind of confirmed what we were thinking up here already, that you were kind of blinded by the trucks in front of you, and then all of a sudden the seas parted, but there was a lot of blue. It just wasn't water parked in front of you right there. That's really unfortunate, man. Tough night tonight. Probably going to try to salvage some points, though.
Possibly. But yeah, I mean, what can you do? It happens, but hopefully everybody enjoys the race. Hopefully it is a good race now.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Sorry about the luck tonight. I'm going to throw you back with your team.
Thanks, buddy.
Adam Vinny, current points leader. We'll see what shakes out when they get ready to head to Michigan about those points, because he's right. The last 2-3 weeks, he has had some bad luck. Been able to finish a couple of the races, but tonight it might be terminal for him. We're watching Mike Forstner right now. He's in the top 5, and he's trying to go a little further forward. Just kind of a stall. There comes Ethan Lowe. He's going to roll his way back out. Brandon Mackey, couple laps down. He smacked the fence all on his own. When we said we had a couple of trucks that looked like they got loose, it was Mackey and Lowe right about the same time, and both end up in rough situations. So Forstner, Sodley in 5th. It's still Cody Smith out front. Bigelow second. Greg Smith, then Spalding, Forstner, Cleek, Barletta, Gaxel. Father Time right there. He's trying to find some clean air. He runs a 9th. Travis Scheid is 10th. Everett on the outside of a 3 wide. Currently, he's scored in the 12th spot, but Todd Keir and Corey Blevins are lined up trying to get around. Now Blevins pulls back to the high side. That's Jonathan Smith in the 20 or the 51 car, and I'm not sure, the 56 of Brad Ebel. Yeah, that's the zebra stripes. That truck is just wild. Just wild. Jonathan Scott out there. Got that pink truck rolling. Just bringing it every week. We love it. He puts the link up for all of his fans. Gives us a little pub. Let's see. Justin Durand. Up to 16th right now. We're 15 laps into this thing. A lot of time left. McAvoy's right behind him. You heard Adam Vinny say he was following McAvoy, and McAvoy saw that truck sliding down the hill at the last second, ducked out of the way, and Vinny had nowhere to go. So then Gomez behind that in 18th. Chavez 19th. Travis Downing in 20th. Russell Harrell, Frank Ranger, Coy Callis, Don Jordan, Derek Bacorn. Bacorn 25th. He's in the top 5 in points. Then Ryan Camba, who's got most of his damage cosmetic, and he got a lot of that pulled out. It looks like that truck's not in bad shape. And then Scott Jensen is back here right in front of Ethan Lowe. And then Brandon Mackey making laps by himself. The right front of that truck's still a little bent. Right rear is really caved in. I'm sure that truck's a handful right now. We got to get back to the front because the battle for the lead is starting to heat up. Spalding, Forstner, Barletta, Cleek, Rundle, and Gaxel all got by Greg Smith. Greg Smith is now 9th, and he led this thing right off the bat. But Bigelow is all over the bumper of the 33 right now. He just wants a little clean air on the nose and maybe get a big run through the corner. Is he going to get to that quarter panel? It was close. He's going to cross over and go to the bottom down here. Turns 3 and 4. Ooh, close quarters racing on the exit of that corner. Cody Smith got down on the left rear, or the right rear corner with his left front. He pulled the 27 back a little bit, broke his momentum. Now up the hill. Now he'll pull right back down. A little shot in the door right there. And again, Bigelow slows down. Bigelow lost enough momentum that time out of turn 2 that he fell all the way back behind Kevin Spaulding. And then Mike Forstner in fourth has reeled him in, and he's going to go after a spot here, it looks like. Reed Rundle is up to 5th, so Tiny Dancer's pick is now in the top 5. Barletta, Greg Smith, Travis Scheid, Todd Kleek, and Corey Blevins now up to 11th. Top 4, tightly packed. And Kevin Spaulding to the bottom, looking for a little bit of clean air and a big run off the corner, and I don't think he's going to get it. That outside has got a lot of momentum. Brock Bigelow will use the outside. He'll go back to 2nd. And I think Mike Forstner might have seen something there, and he may be thinking about trying that move. As soon as I say that, he dips to the inside, and he's going to have to really do something magical down here in 3 and 4, because Spaulding will have all the momentum from about right here through the exit of the corner and all the way down the front stretch. Forstner going to have to get back in line again. Hello, Jane. Welcome to our little group. Top 4 had broken away, but Reed Arundel all by himself is starting to reel that group in. We may have a 5-way battle for the lead. Barletta and Smith are trying to get lined up back here, 6th and 7th. See if they can run that front group down. It looks like they're doing it. The front group looks to be slowing down a little bit. We're creeping in on a quarter of the way. The next time by, we will have completed 25 laps. We'll get just shy of halfway before we have to do a pit stop. Let's look back here at about 11th, because Kleek and Everett side by side. They got Jonathan Scott right there with them. Justin Durand now up to 14th. McAvoy's in his tire tracks. McAvoy's going to be 15th. Keir's on the outside of that in 16th. But our championship leaders, and Adam Vinny back on track. 14 laps down, but the 64 truck on the move, trying to salvage some points. He's got a lot of work to do. He's 30th, and it's going to take a little while for him to get any kind of positions picked up. He's needing a couple of guys in front of him to drop out. Spaulding and Bigelow now have lined up, and it's a top 3 in a single file line. Then Forstner and Rundle are now lining up. Harley Barletta sniffing the draft off the back of the 43, and he's about to close up on them two. Rundle to the high side, the momentum line. And he's right beside, now ahead of Mike Forstner. So, Father Time making time, and he's catching the leaders. He was faster that lap than your 3 leaders. Right now, a 33 of Cody Smith out front. Truck down on the very inside. That's Harley Barletta. He and Mike Forstner are side by side. Barletta cut the apron there on the front stretch, and it's going to be to his advantage. He'll get the spot away, put him in the top 5 now. Greg Smith still 7th. Gaxel, Blevins, Scott in the top 10. Justin Duran now up to 12th. McAvoy's right behind him. Trying to keep an eye on some of our championship contenders. Chris Gaxel, a little slow crash. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's go watch this. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but it looked like Corey Blevins had a monster run right here. He goes to the outside. Man. So we're going to slow things down about 30 laps into it. The second time, we'll see how many takers we get on pit road. I'm going to bet we get quite a few. Now, what they do with tires. Fuel now will get you somewhere to around 70, 72, 74. Maybe 76 if you're really careful with your throttle. But we're going to see everybody pretty much come to pit road now. Corey Blevins, Travis Scheid, both on pit road already. Right side's went on that 33 truck. Now the left side's going on it too. We're just kind of looking to see if anybody is not doing tires. 33 out first. Bigelow. Barletta. Justin Duran going to get up to 6th after pit stop. So that first pit stall is a big deal. Cody Smith, Brock Bigelow, Reed Rundle, Harley Barletta. Greg Smith, Justin Duran, Travis Scheid may have already been back on track because he was in the lap before. So after Durand in 6th, it was Jonathan Scott, Mike Forstner, Brian McAvoy, Frank Chavez up to 10th. 6th truck will drift his way back to the back. He was already out, had gone in. He's going to have an EOL penalty for going to a closed pit. Corey Blevins' truck. Let's take a look and see what we can see. All right, left front is caved in pretty good. I don't know if he's just sitting there waiting for damage to fix. He probably got wheel damage. Brandon Mackey. Still a ton of damage on that truck. Gaxel got a lot of right front damage. Coy Callis. Looks pretty clean, but he's back on pit road. And then that good look at Blevins' car. Left front kind of caved in. We'll see. Hello, Anna. All right, doubled up. We're going to restart on the lap 33. So 1/3 of the way through when we take the green flag back. I hope I'm still, yeah, it's still working. Good. Okay. Corey Blevins still on pit road. So we'll see how bad the 24 truck is. Ethan Lowe's about 5 laps down, and Adam Vinny is about 12 laps down right now. Those are the only 2 trucks not on the lead lap, coincidentally. Green flag back in the air. Good start for Cody Smith right there. Bigelow got away pretty good, but not quite as good as that 20 or 33 truck. He'll fall into second. Reed Rundle behind that. Then it's side by side with Smith and Barletta for 4th and 5th. Justin Duran now a lot closer to the front and ready to get a little racy with these boys. Side by side, that's Mike Forstner and Jonathan Scott, 7th and 8th. 69 truck of Forstner up high right in front of Brian McAvoy. McAvoy now pull it low. Fresh tires, the low line's a little better. As the tires wear, the high line gets better and better. New leader Brock Bigelow goes around Cody Smith. He'll lead lap number 35. So Bigelow got the run he needed. He got to the outside and made the move and made it decisively. Side by side again, Greg Smith and Harley Barletta. Hornets nets right back here. That's Chavez, Everett, Keir. Who else is in there? That's Mike Forstner right in front of Frank Chavez. With these 4. And the 2 in front, Jonathan Scott and Brian McAvoy. All of these trucks in the top 12 right now, and they are side by side from 8th back. McAvoy finally clears into 7th position. '47 of Derek Bacorn, 13th, but he has joined the party. Nearly 3 wide getting into 1, and Everett had to climb the hill. Bacorn got the nose there and almost got into the left rear corner of the 8 truck. Brock Bigelow took the lead at lap 35, has stayed out front. Has not been able to get too far away from Cody Smith, but now Greg Smith to the inside goes around Reed Rundle. He takes over position number 3. And Barletta is going to look to try to do the same thing to the 43 truck here. These 2 are racing side by side for 4th and 5th, and Durand is sitting back there in 6th, just looking to see what's going to happen. Whichever lane moves, I guarantee you that's where you'll see the 30 truck go. Greg Smith to the inside of the 33 of Cody Smith, and he puts himself up to 2nd. Cody Smith went from leading to 3rd in about 6 laps. And he may fall further because Reed Rundle drove alongside him. And now Smith is going to put up a little bit of a tussle. Bigelow got by pretty easy. Greg Smith got by fairly easy. Reed Rundle is going to get raced door to door. Smith staying in the middle of the track. The best momentum is right there. Reed Rundle's got good drive down the front stretch. He just can't complete this pass. Cody Smith not giving an inch. Going to keep the spot. So Bigelow out front, Greg Smith, Cody Smith, Reed Rundle, Harley Barletta, Justin Duran through 6. They're all tightly knit. Then it's a gap back to McAvoy and Scott, 7 and 8. Baycorn and Everett are 9 and 10. Chavez 11th. Forstner. A little bit of a backslide for the 69 truck since the last pit stop. He's 12th, and he might give up a spot to Todd Kleek if he's not careful. Derek Baycorn looking for room right here in 9th. He is to the bumper of McAvoy, falls off getting into the corner. That dirty air. You got to watch the dirty air. When you're the trailing truck, you either got to be a little bit left or a whole lot right to have clean air on the nose of your truck, or it's not going to steer very well, and you're going to go in there and just keep climbing the hill. Mike Forstner 3 wide down on the apron along the front stretch. He is going to keep it 3 wide getting into turn 1. Chavez in the middle, Everett on the top, and they'll stay 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Contact between drivers. Chavez had to back off a little, and he falls right back into another 3 wide because Gomez goes high, Kleek goes low. They're 3 wide behind that. Kamba, Keir, Spalding. You would think we weren't racing for 12th, 13th on back. You'd think we were racing for a win right here. Kevin Spalding sticks his nose 3 wide in the middle between Kleek and Gomez coming out of 2. And now Gomez clears the madness. That's Scheid. Scheid headed for pit road on lap 47. So he's a couple of laps down already. Out front, Brock Bigelow. Half a second on Greg Smith. Smith, well, he's got a half second on these 2-by-2 battles. Cody Smith and Reed Rundle were side by side momentarily. So were Harley Barletta and Justin Durand. Rundle alongside the 33 again and right down to his door. Pulls all the momentum away from the 43 on exit. Barletta got alongside Rundle momentarily. Rundle is not giving up this fight. Needs Justin Durand to get close enough to push him by. This time, 43 truck got the rear end in front of the 33 for just a split second, but did not climb the hill, and the 33 will have all that backstretch speed to get alongside once again. Rundle just cannot clear Cody Smith. And Durant give him a good shove down into 1 and 2. Now Rundle can come up the hill. Way clear by 2.5 truck lengths. And Durand will be the truck that now has to deal with the 33. Barletta in line for a second with Durand. I don't know if he's going to push him by or not, but it looks like he's going to try. And Durand will now clear Cody Smith, and that'll put Barletta in the side-by-side. Not for long, because the momentum off of turn 2 puts Smith right on the tail of the 30. Jonathan Scott and Harley Barletta side-by-side now. That's Brian McAvoy in the 79, 8th place is in this battle. Best racing on the racetrack right here. Greg Smith starting to reel our leader in. He's got it down to a 1/4 of a second. Oh, and Jonathan Scott way up the hill. Drags the fence in turn 1. That'll end that side-by-side battle, at least for the moment. McAvoy. 6th for just a split second. 7th at the line. Barletta's thinking 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Not enough room to get the nose of the 81 in there. So he'll let McAvoy go and fall in behind him. That's the 99 of Brandon Mackey. Mackey's several laps down. At least one now. Might have got the wave around on the last yellow flag, but he's back to being a lap down. Right front damage. The truck is just very off pace. Derek Baycorn now inside the top 10, and he's battling with Jonathan Scott and Harley Barletta. This is a battle. 7th, 8th, 9th, and that's Mike Forstner in the 69. 10th place. So still a good battle at the back of the top 10. But let's go to the front, because Greg Smith has gotten it to a 1/4 of a second and kind of stalled out here. But they have about 8/10 of a second on Rundle and Durand, and I think Justin Durand is trying to find a little bit of clean air and see if the 43 still has something left in those tires. So we're probably about 10 to 12 laps from pit stops if we stay green. That's Chris Gaxel, the 707, in front of your 2 leaders. We're watching 3rd, 4th, and 5th. McAvoy now taking a peek on the inside, trying to get Durand to catch him while he's battling Rundle. Durand had a good run up the front stretch out of turn 4. He's able to get alongside Rundle, but Rundle learned from Cody Smith while he was racing him that you can get down on that door in the corners and absolutely take all the momentum away from the guy on the inside line. He drives down to the door again, and he's going to have momentum up off turn 2. Brock Bigelow is working the lap truck, and I thought maybe Greg Smith was going to try to make a big dive there, but he got kind of hung up behind that 707, and he wasn't able to do anything. These two now 7/10 of a second ahead of this. That's Rundle, Durand, Jonathan Scott, Brian McAvoy. They're all trying to work up behind the lap car, and Jonathan Scott's truck got tight in the dirty air. He went up the hill. He had to roll off the throttle, and he gets back in line. Different drivers, same story, side by side, battling for a top 3 spot right here just past halfway. And the guy on the outside has got all the advantage. Not anymore. This time Durand goes right on by. Rundle brushed the fence out of 2. That'll put him under fire again from behind as a 79 of McAvoy looks to do something. The battle at the front is starting to heat up again. They're into lap traffic. And Bigelow is trying to keep the aero block on the 60. He's able to keep him down low, and that's going to keep him out front with the momentum. .63 in the books. Bigelow still out front, but Durand got clear of Rundle, and he made tracks to get to these top 2. He's there. Rundle under fire still from McAvoy, but he's doing the same thing that everybody else has done. He's using the ride the door, break the momentum in the corners, and it's working. They're getting back to the front. We're within the window to pit here. Durand just wants clean air. He thought about going to the very bottom. Smith kind of had that entry line covered, so he moved to the middle. But the top 3, nose to tail, McAvoy got around Rundle finally. He's up to 4th. Jonathan Scott is 6th and going high on Rundle. And he'll have the outside now. That's Barletta and Bakhorn. Then Chavez and Forstner are 9 and 10. And Jonathan Scott to 5th. Rundle back to 6th. Then Barletta, Bakhorn, Chavez, Forstner. But at the front, Durand got around Smith. And he says it's go time. He is working strong on Bigelow. .67 in the books. Side by side for the lead, side by side for third. Your front 4. Full speed pace laps. And Jonathan Scott's got something left in the 51 truck. Man, did he close on these guys quick. Justin Durand rubbing the paint off the bumper of the 27. He got him a little loose getting into 1 right there. If you get close, you can pack the air up under that rear spoiler. It'll lift the rear end of that truck up ever so slightly, and it'll really free you up on entry. It broke Bigelow's momentum. Now they get literally door to door. Their momentum both broken, and here comes McAvoy. And Bigelow led the lap, but McAvoy was right there. He and Durand now are going to battle. Durand with the squeeze play getting down into one. We still got 30 laps to go. Bigelow trying to hang on to the lead. Jonathan Scott around the outside. He takes over third. He may have enough to get to the lead before we go to pit stops. They stay side by side. At the front, Durand inside, Bigelow outside. Jonathan Scott has cleared McAvoy once again. He had a huge run out of two. He's going to get Durand. Can he get Bigelow? Way out wide. Bigelow's going to pit road right in front of everybody else. Durand and McAvoy get down there, and it's a race on to pit road. Mike Forstner comes in as well. Gomez, Callis, Harold. We'll watch our two leaders. Tires going on for all your leaders. Durand drops off to Jack. Bigelow's already rolling. He'll come out second, but he's still going to have McAvoy right behind him. So Reed Rundle, your new leader. Barletta, Baycorn, Chavez, Kamba, Everett, Kier, Cleek, Spalding, Scott, currently the top 10. Scott, 10th on pit road. There goes Cody Smith. Up to 9th. Kevin Spalding, Brad Ebel on pit road. That's Travis Downing. 26th, he's 2 laps down right now. New leader, Harley Barletta. Is he going to get completely clear? He does. Barletta clears Rundle. Baycorn's going with him. So is Chavez. And if Rundle wanted to pit, he had to back it up right there. He does not. Barletta wants to go in, and, man, he's getting in there hot. He about got the truck sideways, but that's about as hard as you can get off the track and into pit road right there. And Rundle goes back to the point. Chavez, Baycorn, Cleek. And we'll go back here because Durand and Smith, Bigelow are going at it. They know this is the race for the lead and possibly the win right here as they come up to lap traffic. Chavez out of the way. Rundle is going to go. Greg Smith caught the truck going into pit road. You could see Rundle going on to pit road, and Smith got right down to the white line. Left front damage on the 60. Right in the middle of the pit cycle. Derek Baycorn, Frank Chavez, Todd Cleek, and Cody Smith, along with Reed Rundle, will be the only trucks on the lead lap. They will all pit, and that will give waiver rounds to the rest of these guys. I want to go see what does Rundle's truck look like. Well, the tailgate's bent up, right rear corner's bent a little bit, and the spoiler is all kinds of crooked. That's about the only damage that I can see on that truck right now. Rundle is currently in what will be second place because Cleek, Baycorn, and Chavez all pulled off. Cody Smith is already pitted. Pitted on 61. He should be good to make it to the end. His tires are going to be a little bit old and worn out. And he'll have guys with fresh tires coming behind. Or fresher tires. I don't want to say fresh tires, but fresher tires. Yeah, he'll need a tail light. He might get pulled over. If Kevin Spaulding was in his police truck, he might get pulled over for a broken tail light. So we're waiting for everyone to kind of get caught up. Bigelow and company are going to be behind the pace car, trapped. They're going to take wave rounds. That is basically going to put Justin Durand in a pretty good spot. Baycorn has fresh tires. Cleek and Rundle all have fresh tires in front of Durand, but they're only about 5 laps fresher. Cody Smith at the front on the oldest tires in the top 5 right now. So Durand got the wave by staying in front of Greg Smith. And that's going to give a wave around to everyone else. Bigelow and company now coming out of turn 4 onto the front stretch. They will line up 6 and 7, Barletta, Jonathan Scott, and Mike Forstner, but they're going to all be behind a bunch of trucks. And now that'll change that because now they'll all get to line up right behind your leaders. Something happened to the 43. Where'd he go? There he is. He went down on the apron and slowed very quickly. He's going to let the field go by. I'm going to assume that he was deemed at fault for that caution. All right, doubled up. Cody Smith and Derek Baycorn on the front. Cleek and it says Durand, but I don't see him. Pretty soon, I kind of already am. Sometimes. A couple of lap trucks. That's Travis Scheid, and that's Brandon Mackey right there. They're both lap down trucks. So is Downing. So everybody's pretty much single file except for the front 2 here. Smith on older tires than the other 2 by about 15 laps. We'll see if he spins the tires getting into the zone here. He's going to slowly pick up speed, and he's going to have a good start. Can he hang on for 20 laps on those older tires against absolute freshies on the 47 and the 45? Durand behind Barletta and McAvoy now. And I thought he might be the truck in the catbird seat. Bigelow's already in front of him. That might be the race for the win because the other guys are going to have to race away as Bacorn goes around Smith, and he'll lead for the first time tonight with 19 laps to go. He's got fresh tires. He may be hard to catch. Caution! Oh, Reed Rundle. Let's see what happened to Rundle. Oh, that truck just gets loose. Yeah, that spoiler being bent got that truck loose, and it just never recovered. And when it did, it snapped and went across and gaxle. Now he needs more than a taillight. And that changed the race dramatically. So caution number 4, we'll click off 2 or 3 more laps. We'll probably have somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 to go when we get the restart, but that is going to put Bigelow, McAvoy, Barletta, Durand, Forstner all right back. Scott is in that as well, all right back in this because they don't have to make up 1.9 seconds. All the lap trucks will be gone out of the way on the restart. Cody Smith, kind of a sitting duck right here. No tires in the pits, and he's on about 15, 16, 17 lap old tires. He's going to be fighting just to hang on to a top 5. The rest of these guys are pretty equal. Bacorn, Cleek, Bigelow, McAvoy, Barletta, Durand, Scott, Forstner, Gomez. They pitted on the last caution. So who's it going to be? I'll tell you, Team Lumberdude has had a tough night. Kyle Gomez, you got a copy.
Is this my first ever with Roger?
They get so excited when they get an on-track interview. All right, man. You're back here in 10th. You got pretty fresh tires. This caution gets all the lap cars out of the way. 55 truck to the front.
You know it. Bet on it, matter of
fact. What's it going to take?
Every single blood vessel inside of me, bro. It's going to take everything. This is my home track, so I better come up top.
I think you're right about it's going to take everything because you got a cast of heavy hitters in front of you all the way up to the front of this field. So, man, you're going to have to make a little bit of magic and kind of hope the chips fall in your way, right?
That's all right, man. Anything can happen in Vegas, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. But what does happen in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Well, hopefully my car intact. I prefer that.
All right, man. Well, nothing bad on social media. Good luck to you, brother. Thanks for chatting with us. Let's see if we can get you at least on the podium at the end of this thing, all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have a good one.
Kyle Gomez, the 55 truck. They get so excited when they get drug up here for the first time. Fun to do. All right. I don't know how this is going to play out. I really don't. Bacorn's a tough customer. Cody Smith has made it tough for guys to pass all night long. Got a lot older tires than the rest of these guys, so I think his battle is uphill. Even though he'll be sliding backwards, I think his battle is uphill. Cleek up here. He's been at the front before. He's hard-nosed driver, especially when you get down to the end of a race. He's real hard-nosed. He can be pretty wide by himself. I see Jonathan Scott's truck and Harley Barletta's truck both blinking out there. That's kind of weird, but you never know. Bigelow hasn't been too shabby. Last few races, his championship defense kind of went away early in the season. He had some really bad luck, but he's going to try to pick up some wins on the way out this season. McAvoy's up there. You know Justin Durand can get to the front. We've seen Harley Barletta win races. He's always a contender. The truck that's got me, there's 2 of them. The 55 we talked to and the 51 of Jonathan Scott. We'll see. Can either one of those 2 guys break through for the first time here? We're ready to get back at it. We'll watch him through the start zone. And the green flag back in the air. 15 laps remaining. Good start for Bakhorn. Wow. He shot out of there like a rocket. Cody Smith, he's the truck I was saying. He's made it hard for guys to pass all night long. I think it's an uphill battle for him with the older tires. Bigelow wants to make it 3 wide, and I think McAvoy's just going to go ahead and do it. Bigelow thought better of getting on the inside of Cleek right there, and you can see what's going on in front of him. A little door-to-door contact. Bakhorn's by himself. Cleek and Smith side by side. McAvoy and Bigelow. Durand has sixth to himself at the moment. Jonathan Scott went from the outside to the inside to get around Barletta. The older tires for Cody Smith hanging on for the moment. This time up the hill. That's going to let Cleek get by. Bigelow really wants to get a run and get to his outside. McAvoy has him pinned in. He's only got one lane to choose right now. Cleek dropped to the inside. I think he thought that Cody Smith was going down there. They're 3 wide behind him. Bigelow's in the middle. Smith is up high. Durand was pushing McAvoy. Oh, Ebel got into the fence. I think he's going to keep it collected. We're going to stay green. Right now it's Bigelow and McAvoy. For third is Cleek. Inside, outside, down the backstretch. I don't think that's conducive to staying in front of these guys for very long. Breaking his own momentum, swerving around like that. But we're watching the battle for the final podium spot at the moment. Next time we come by, it'll be 10 to go. Durand cleared Smith, and so did Barletta, and they slammed the door on the 33 truck. Mike Forstner is now trying to work around that 33, and Jonathan Scott slid back a couple of spots. They're all coming back together at the front. Kevin Spaulding in the top 10. He's looking for 9th right here. Get back towards the front because Bakhorn's got some company. McAvoy and Bigelow are still dead even, side by side. Bakhorn's trying to break any draft that Cleek can pull. Bigelow has the momentum, and he'll take third away. Now he can look out the front. Focus on the 2 trucks in front of him. Durand is up to 5th. We're 9 to go. Bigelow thought about getting behind Cleek, and then the front end washed out in the dirty air, and McAvoy jumped right on the opportunity. He gets back side by side. Bigelow's trying to work back on the high side with the momentum. I don't know if he's got enough. Here comes Durand into the picture. Barletta is now 6th. Forstner 7th. Scott 8th. Spaulding and Keir 9-10. Bigelow fights back on the high side once again to take third. He's trying to use that high side. Build momentum, catch the 2 in front. Got to stay out of that dirty air and try to keep the dirty air on the truck behind you. 6 to go this time. McAvoy onto the apron and back along the left rear corner of the 27. Going to be the wave lap and 5 to go, and it's still Baycorn out front. Cleek second. Bigelow is currently third. McAvoy's been all over him. Durand is right there. Barla is right there. Jonathan Scott got around Mike Forstner. And Spalding and Keir still 9 and 10 for the moment. McAvoy with the dive into 1 and 2 again, just to no avail. He can't keep it locked in down there and keep the speed up. Baycorn trying to break Cleek's draft. 4 to go. No change in the top 3. This time McAvoy with a big run coming out of turn number 4. Bigelow keeps him down on the apron, getting towards turn 1, and then drags the fence. That might be enough for McAvoy. And again, Bigelow has the momentum out of turn 2. Them racing each other's letting the top 2 get away a little bit. 3 to go, and Baycorn's still out front. This time McAvoy catches him right on the exit. He's not going to the apron this time. He's going to have enough momentum to clear by half a truck. Barletta tried to make it too deep, too wide. The battle is going to be for the final podium spot. 4 trucks are after it. Top 2 are getting away. We're 2 to go. And they're clear by a half a second over this battle right here. Baycorn's out front. Cleek is second. McAvoy is trying to get by Bigelow. White flag going to come out this time out of turn 4. Bigelow up to third. McAvoy now side by side with Durand, and they almost make contact out of 4. White flag for your leader, Derek Baycorn. We're watching the battle for third. Baycorn is clear by a second. Cleek hanging on to that second spot. Durand gets around McAvoy, and he's got to run. Is he going to be able to get Bigelow? Bigelow tried to block the inside. Couldn't quite get there. Who's it going to be? Baycorn's going to win it. Cleek is going to come home second out of 4. Trying to get back to the line. Bigelow's going to snatch it. Durand and McAvoy 4 and 5. Barletta, Forstner, Spalding, Scott, Keir through the top 10. Gomez, Callis, Jordan, Everett, Smith through 15. 16 Rangers, 17 Harold Kamba in 18th. Chavez 19th, Ebel 20th, Rundle 21st, Downing 22nd, Mackey 23rd, 24th to Jensen, Smith, Greg Smith that is, 25th, Lowe 26th, Shine 27th, Gaxel 28th. And then Adam Vinny, Corey Blevins, 29 and 30. What a finish. What a race. I got to try to find that Derek Baycorn fella. You know, while we're doing this, let me find these guys. I am going to grab somebody. And I'm going to try to talk to our friends over at Secure Lift. Aaron, Mary Lee, are you there?
This is Aaron here.
Hey, Aaron, it's Roger Wagner up in the booth. Wanted to get you guys
Roger.
on for a little bit. Saw you down the channel. Thought we could talk while I'm trying to gather up drivers for our post-race interviews.
Sure.
Wanted to make sure that I come say thank you very much for sponsoring the series and making sure they have a broadcast. We hope you enjoy it each and every week.
We do. Absolutely. Love watching the racing out here.
What do you think Vegas tonight? Got pretty exciting towards the end.
Yeah, there's some good racing. A lot of bumping around there. Some good stuff to watch tonight for sure.
A lot of fun checking these guys out. And I know you guys have been invested in this for this whole season. We only got a couple of races left. But overall, I think the Midwest Truck guys put on a pretty good show week in and week out. Every once in a while you get a little anomaly where things go kind of awry. But overall, they do a pretty good job of keeping things exciting.
You know, they do. It's a fun series to watch. Always something going on, whether it's the guys up in front, the guys in the middle, or the guys in back. Always good racing to watch. It's a lot of entertainment packed into an hour.
Well, I might be premature to ask, but next season is Secure Lift back as the title sponsor for this series?
We're going to be back as a sponsor for something. I think we're working through that, but for sure, yeah, we'd love to be here or another league. But yeah, we'd love to be a sponsor for another series, another season.
Well, we appreciate it greatly. We know the guys do, and all the fans love having somebody that can help bring this fantastic racing out to the public and give them a chance to watch some really talented guys do some really fun stuff out here. And we definitely, all of us, thank you for that. And we surely do hope that we see you back as a title sponsor for something in the very, very near future.
All right, we'll be there, Roger. We appreciate it. We like hearing you call these races every week. It's good entertainment, and good competitiveness going on there. So it's a good product for us to be involved with.
All right, man. Well, make sure that you tell the better half, and I'm going to say better just because it's standard procedure, that we definitely said hi, and we wish she would go ahead and pick up the microphone and talk to us. But we've heard that she is a little public speaking shy.
Just a little bit. We'll get her out here one day.
That works for me, Aaron. Thank you for chatting with us, and again, thanks for being a sponsor.
All right. Thanks, Roger. Have a great night.
That's our friends at Secure Lift right there. They help put this whole thing together. Now let's start talking to our drivers. Unfortunately, I cannot find Todd Kleek for an interview, but we're going to talk to the guy that finished third for sure. Bigelow, you had to fight hard them last 15 laps for it, though.
Yeah, it was fun, though, wasn't it? I mean,
I don't know.
It had to look good.
It looked like it was extremely stressful. It didn't look like any fun to me.
Well, I mean, I stress out about a lot of things, but not that. I just kind of get in the zone and go for it. That was a lot of fun between McAvoy and 30 and just all the cast of characters are up there fighting for third. I thought maybe if I could just get clear, I might have enough to get to the top two, and just wasn't enough. I made the tires good and angry fighting, so didn't have enough to really get up front. But those last 15 laps were something.
Well, you had a whole lot of help angering those tires from the guys that were battling with you, and you and McAvoy back and forth, side by side, and you had a lot of the advantage being on the outside because you could get down there and break his momentum, take a little bit of air off the truck, and then get that run off the corner. But it was slowing both. Did you know that battle was slowing you down, letting those guys get so far away that by the time you got to them, it might not be worth it?
I think it's a combination of that, and I was pushing really hard to try to keep the position, and by the time I got clear, I would go into one. I found something that really worked. I found a spot on the dog leg where the truck would compress and it would really turn down, but then I was struggling to hold the bottom. I was having to breathe off the throttle just to get it to the paint, and everybody else seemed to be able to just hold it wide open. I don't know how, but yeah, well played. I mean, it just burned him up, just running flat out for at least 8-10 laps, and then just didn't have anything to fight with there at the end. But I mean, 3 wide coming to the line for third, that was nuts.
It was awesome. Made for some exciting stuff for the fans, and I know the sponsor loved it. We talked to them right before we got you in here, man. But an awesome run, podium finish. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and I'm going to let you get out of here and go catch your breath and celebrate.
Oh, for sure. First off, thanking Midwest Sim Sports and Midwest Truck Series for putting us on. Secure Lift Boat Restraint Systems and all the work you guys do at the Dirt Racing Network. All my buddies at DNF Racing, TCW Construction, Dan Bundy Logging, My UP Home, Chippewa Landing, and everybody that hopefully tuned in from the Facebook link I sent out. If they are still watching, I do have some. I got something I'll share with you afterwards, but I won't put it on the air. So, but yeah, thanks for covering it as always, and it was a good run. Good run. Good race.
So very quickly before I let you go, I assume
buddy.
Griff is the dog.
No, Griff is the 2-year-old.
No.
He's not quite 2 yet. That's actually what I was about to say.
Okay. Well, all of my apologies. I guessed wrong. I guessed Griff was a dog. So I'm very sorry for that. But I saw that post and I was like, wait, when did I become the dog whisperer? This doesn't happen.
Oh, yeah. Apparently,
the child whisperer.
When you're covering a race, he hears your voice and just tunes right in. I love it. It's great.
I think that's awesome.
Griff is almost 2. He's like one of those kids that's like kind of a nephew, but and his dad Stan is going to be in my wedding, so yeah, just a little bit of backstory there. They try to tune in every week, every time I post to try to watch, and
that's
they
awesome.
love your coverage.
I'm sorry about guessing that was a dog that I was settling down. It's the 2-year-old. That makes it even better. Now I'm the child whisperer, so I get an even warmer feeling from that, because I was telling the fans, I can't be the dog whisperer, because if I say hi to my dog at the end of the day when I come home, he loses his mind. He runs around trying to find toys. There's no chance I could be the dog whisperer over the broadcast, but the child whisperer, now I get it. That soothing, calm voice, I understand. 100% works for me.
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks for clearing that up. Make sure that you tell them I'm sorry about that. And from now on, when Griff gets his shout-outs, I'll know that I'm talking to a 2-year-old.
Right on. Sounds good, man.
All right, buddy. Thanks for chatting with me, Brock. Congrats again.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Brock Bigelow clearing up the entire Griff situation for me. Now let's move on to the guy. He fought hard. 1, to try to get the win, and 2, then he fought hard to make sure he stayed second. Once those guys behind him started battling, Todd Kleek, they made it a lot easier on you, but an awesome run and a great podium finish tonight. Tell us a little bit about your race.
I appreciate that. It was very difficult for me because I think it was on lap 4 or 5. I smacked the outside wall pretty hard, enough to give me some right front damage. So I was just kind of riding around. And luckily I stayed out on that second trip, or second yellow, and stayed out long enough that got the caution just at the right time, which helped me out.
Well, an awesome job, man. The caution, like you said, felt perfectly. Once that caution fell and you knew you could go get fresh tires and you'd only be a couple, 2-3 laps fresher than the guys behind, any concerns that some of those super fast guys be able to clear that lap traffic and get to you guys?
Honestly, yeah, I didn't think I was going to stay up there because the car still wasn't, the truck still wasn't driving like it normally did after I hit that wall. So I was having to maneuver a little differently in the corners to not let it push so much.
Well, you're the only Dodge Ram in the field tonight. You bring it home on the podium, man. Awesome job. You got some shout-outs, some thank yous before I let you go?
Absolutely. I want to thank Secure Lift, Boat Lift Restraint Systems, Dirt Track Racing Network, and Midwest Truck Series for letting me do this. I actually got to thank my wife for letting me do this.
Good call.
So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I've been trying to work hard and to stay competitive.
All right, man. Well, congrats tonight on a second-place finish, and we will look forward to seeing you at Michigan.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
That is your second-place finisher, Todd Kleek. And now we'll move on. He doesn't qualify. He starts out back. Everything kind of works out just perfect. He catches a caution at the perfect time. He parlays that straight into a win. Derek Bakhorn.
Yeah, brother.
You held on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, awesome.
It was a good fun race.
Yeah, awesome job up there. Once the caution comes out, you know you're going to go get fresh tires. You know that all those wave-around trucks are going to have to start behind a handful of lap cars. Did you have a concern they might be able to get there and get to you, or were you like, man, I'm just going to look out the windshield, I ain't going to worry about nothing, I'm just going to drive it for everything it's got?
Yeah, I just drove it for what it had, and Kleek was my really only worry. I was just trying to mirror his ass. No, pardon my language. But yeah, I was just trying to mirror him up. and do the best I could to keep the separation.
Well, once
Everything else kind of took care of itself once they start battling behind him.
That's what I was going to ask you. I said, once we got that quick caution right after, the caution set everything up, then there's no more lap trucks. They start battling behind. Were you aware of how hard they were battling each other?
Oh, absolutely. I kind of play you very low in the background, so I have an idea of what's going on the track.
That's almost like cheating.
I'm constantly listening. It's a little delayed, but I mean, in the long run, it works. It's not telling me cautions or anything, but it lets me know what's going on, who's doing what.
Well, that's an awesome deal, man. Breaking through here, and at Vegas, rolled the dice, and it comes up sevens for you. Got to feel good to catch a win in this series, especially with the talent level that's here.
Yeah, first one got kind of lucky. I should move up in the points player pretty half decently because a couple of them top drivers ended up getting involved in that first caution there. I just let everybody by in that first one. Easy peasy. I usually let the same people wreck themselves, and then I drive it on from there.
Well, it's an awesome job, man. I'd rather be lucky in Vegas than anywhere else in the world if I'm going to get to choose.
This is one of those tracks that's tough, though. It's really hard to kind of gap the field because everyone's usually in the air. It's a fun place, though. It's good. Makes for a fun race.
Well, an awesome job tonight, man. Shout-outs, thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate with the big hardware.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the Ford team, the Blockbuster, because, there's so many of those still out there. The Midwest Truck Series, the Secure Lift Restraint Systems, and obviously you every week. Appreciate you doing it, the Dirt Racing Network.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the win, brother. We'll see you at Michigan next week.
Yes, sir. Will do.
Derek Bacorn picking up the win here, breaking through for his first in Midwest Truck Series. But he's in the top 5 in points, so consistency. That's what he's done all season. Been very consistent. Now he's going to get to add winner to the list of accomplishments here. Awesome job by him. That's going to do it for us here tonight, folks. Great race. Awesome finish. The caution at the end can usually muck things up, but tonight it does not. It actually, like I said, that is going to change fortunes, and it did. Put the 47 truck in a great position to pick up a win, and he capitalized on it. Everybody else battled hard to try to get back there. You saw the Bigelows, the Durans, the McAvoys, all those guys that were racing for the win before the caution end up having to battle just to try to get on the podium. So your fortunes can change that quick. One caution during a pit cycle, and everything is out the window. Everybody did a great job tonight. Your points leader had a little struggle. That's a couple, 2-3 weeks in a row that Team Lumber Dude has had some problems because Reed Rundle had problems as well. So we'll keep an eye on the points when we come back to Michigan. Hopefully they'll give me next week and they'll postpone for a week and let me come back in 2 weeks with that. If not, I think somebody else will probably cover it for you. You'll have to check the Midwest Truck Series page to find out where that's going to be. But do tune in, say hi to them. Don't matter who's broadcasting. If they're taking the time to do it, it's worth saying hi to those people because, we do it to get a little hobby pay, but most of the guys that broadcast this stuff, we do it because we love racing. We want to see good racing. We want to bring you good racing, so make sure you say hi to them. I want to thank you for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the awesome leagues, units, great racing, night in and night out. And you've had a whole week of it here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, awesome races. There is no one that does it better than those 3 leagues. There's nothing for us to cover, so a high five and a pat on the back. Both sides of the coin there. Till we see you again. Peace and love to everybody. Always keep the rough side facing down. I'll get back as quickly as I can. But until then,